Welp, we did it. We have made it to 500 subscribers. So this will be the 500 subscriber special. And this one was requested, because I asked for it. Let me grab it. Alright, here's a suggestion by Unsmooth Criminal, who asked what if female to do a harem queen one. So, and this will also be a shout out to him, so you guys can go and check out his content. He makes really good what ifs. So, alright, so this is what if female deku had a harem. So I'll need you guys to tell me who you want in the harem. And in this one, her quirk will be called Demon. And she will look like this. So, let's begin. So, Izumi will be born with the demon, with the, what you see here, the demon horns, and, let me grab a better image. There we go, as you can see here, she has the demon horns and the tail, along with the orangey slit eyes. As, let me just get back to that image that we were on. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. As she would be born to... Give me a minute. I'm very sorry, but I was not prepared for this whatsoever, so give me a minute. Alright, she'll be born into the Izumi family, so she'll be Kota's older sister. As she'd be born to the pro hero's water horse, with her having, again, the demon aesthetic. As she would be raised by the two of them up until when she'll be raised by those two, as we then get to her first day of elementary school, with her going into the school, and the teachers asking everyone to introduce themselves and what their quirks are. Now, she does go to the same elementary school as Bakugo. So when it is Izumi's turn, she says that her name is... Actually, hold on. Izumi's way too confusing, because her last name will be Izumi as well. So give me a minute. So her name will be Emilia instead of Izumi. So she introduces herself as Emilia Izumi, and she says that her quirk is called Demon. As Bakugo would say, that sounds like a very villainous quirk. As Izumi says, it does sound villainous, but I'm not a villain. As we then cut to when they're out on the recess area, with Izumi just reading a book. Like, reading. She's just reading on her own. As Bakugo would come up to her and start letting off small explosions in his hand, as he would say, "What are you doing here, villain? This is my bench." As Izumi would say, this bench isn't yours, it's everyone's bench. And you don't own any of it. With Bakugo then saying, "Don't tell me what I do and don't own, you damn villain." As he would laugh an explosion, which would go off in Emilia's face. But she does have the explosion in a condensed ball, as she then causes it to dissipate. As she would look up to Bakugo and say, "How about you try using your words next time?" Give me a minute. Sorry about that, now we can continue. As she disperses the explosion, as Bakugo would be shocked by this, as Izumi would say. You call that an explosion? This is a real explosion. As she'd put her hand out, as sparks would begin to come from her hand, as then a massive explosion comes out from her hand, which sends Bakugo back a bit. Actually, no, not back a bit, back a lot, as he would be skidding along the ground. Bakugo would get back up, crying, as he'd say, "Get away from me, you damn villain," as he would begin to run off. With Bakugo telling a teacher that Emilia had attacked him first, which, as we all know, is an absolute lie. With Emilia being called to the office, and Emilia's parents are called as well, along with Bakugo's parents. With Emilia and Bakugo in the office, as the principal would get this story out of the both of them, with Bakugo giving his own version, which was that he went to go and say hi, went to go and talk to Emilia, and she just attacked him for no reason. With Emilia giving her version of the story, which is the true version, where Bakugo attacked her first, and Emilia just retaliated in self-defense. With both of the pro heroes' water horse arriving at the elementary school, as they would walk in and head to the office along with Bakugo's parents, with the principal telling both of the parents that Bakugo had told a member of staff that Emilia had attacked him first. As Emilia's parents would state that that's not true, and that she isn't the type of person to attack somebody without reason. With the principal saying, well, if that's the case, and we can't get the truth out, since we can't get the truth from both of them, or say the same story from both students, both of them will have to be suspended for a prolonged period of time. As Emilia's parents would think that it's stupid, and that it's stupid that their daughter would have to be suspended because she defended herself, and that the Bakugo kid would just lie about it. As we'll skip forward a couple of years to when Emilia is in middle school. So she looks like this in the image right now in middle school. And she is aware that, and at around this time, Kota is born. So and due to both their parents dying due to muscular, Emilia have been looking after Kota with her aunt. As hold on. All right, sorry about that. As we get to Izumi in middle school, with her teacher coming into the class saying, all right, I have these sheets here for you to fill out for the job you want in the future. As you then toss them into the air saying, just kidding, I know you all want to be heroes. As as everybody starts using their quirks except for Izumi and Bakugo, mainly because Bakugo is too egotistical, and Izumi because, her quirk's always active. With her with the teacher saying, "Okay, so we got 2 people who wish to apply to UA." As you'd say that Katsuki Bakugo has applied for UA, and give me a minute. As Eliza, as he would say, and Eliza, you've you wanted to go to UA as well, where everybody in the class would turn around and begin to laugh, saying, "Why would the UA let a villain like you into their school? You would probably get rejected as soon as you step foot before you even step foot in the school." With Bakugo blowing up Izumi's desk, with him saying, "Do you really think you can get into UA and do better than me? You'd probably die in the entrance exams." With Eliza just not caring anymore, as she would just look up at Bakugo, with Bakugo then saying, with the class ending, as Elijah would begin to pack up and leave, because she has to pick some stuff up before she heads home, as Bakugo and his goons would basically walk up to her, as Bakugo would put his hand on her shoulder, as he would do he would cause smoke to emit from his hands, as he would tell Izumi Eliza to don't bother applying for the exam at UA, or else I'll kill you myself. With Bakugo walking off, as Elijah would then head out of the school and go and pick up the things that she needed before she headed home. As she would head to the shops, she would notice the sludge villain that was running away, as she would then subtly, just move her hand slightly, as a barrier would wrap around the sludge villain, trapping him, as the sludge villain would be caught by a couple pro heroes, wondering why did the sludge villain stop running, as Izumi would then begin to walk off back to her aunt's place. And that is where I'm going to leave this part off. I do hope you guys enjoyed this part. I did it on a short notice, so I'm sorry if it's terrible. Now, you guys get to decide who will be in the harem. Now, it can be anyone, so don't limit yourself, okay? And I will see you all later.